I know, I can't get mine to hang up either. I have no idea what it is.
That's right. They didn't do all talking. You must be serious if you made 2 trips.
I know. It's somebody else's. Yeah, I had it on my thing and I never did it. I took my iPad in there, but.
That's not what they do whenever y'all read. He's working on jobs fast.
It's just hard to see.
Enough to grow one that big.
Patricia.
It's not what it used to be. There is not like
He's like, you know.
I'm sorry, I got so much mess.
well, funny, not was that
And then one of the.
Yeah, my daddy and my nephew.
Today at 5, she was like, I'm
Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am.
this is just since you're so influential.
Have you met my child?
The other 2.
Hi.
Ellie?
Hi, I am the child.
I'm Ashley.
Good to meet you.
She's the
I've been on the one that's here. So I'm currently the child. That's our little city attorney, that's mom. And that's
That's really secure. That's how big it is.
Okay.
Chief.
Well, because he was told.
Steamy in it. Oh, cold. It's usually really good.
I'm about to use your client services.
Hot in here.
Tim.
That joke, Tim.
You got 1 applicant or 2?
Personal.
Okay, that's perfect.
Oh, well, good to meet you.
What we can do, we can talk about workshop Thursday. All we can do is have to go to the front. They're gonna tell us about the executive. And then, during meeting, we won't do executive. Yeah, that's what we do.
He doesn't.
Try to get you out of here in a hurry.
What's up with that? We never have. Oh, I thought it was something new. You gotta keep it 2024.
Yeah, we got
No.
Okay, let's get started. I'd like to welcome everybody to the first board meeting of the year, January 2nd. Ward 1 Alderman Mark Grubbs and leads in prayer, and we'll follow by pledge of allegiance.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to meet here tonight, and we just thank you so much for our new year. And we pray, Lord, that we can make a difference in our city this year, Lord. And we give you thanks for our city employees, for what they do, the work that they do. We just pray, Lord, for our first responders. Keep them safe in all that they do. Guide and direct us in all that we say and do here tonight. Pray these things in your name, amen.
Face the flag. Attention, salute, pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, under mayor's report, not too much. We got 3 new businesses in town. Higgins Heating Coolers over at the office on 149. And then we got Phillips Towing is on 13th Street. And there's a third business, pretty big business coming to Magee, but can't say nothing now. I think the real estate closing on the 10th, so I'll announce that next board meeting. Okay, under, for this time, we need to approve the agenda.
Make a move. Second.
Sammy, motion, Lyle, second, all in favor? All right. Work project committee reports, we have a workshop at 4:30 Thursday in the boardroom here. And then, I want to ask the board y'all's opinion. The state holidays, the state sets them, but you can change one a year. I mean, not one a year, you change one date out of the year. And what I'm looking at is changing Confederate Memorial Day, which is like April 29th, for Juneteenth, which is June 19th. What do y'all think about that, board? We can swap one, we can only swap one.
It's up to you. I mean, the banks are closed Juneteenth anyway.
They close anyway.
They make a deposit that day.
Yeah. John and I talked to the ladies out here, and they're good with it, you know.
Post office is closed that day also.
Okay, y'all good with that?
Yeah.
We need a motion and vote then.
I can motion.
On Sammy,
Second.
Mark second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, this time we'll approve the minutes. Any questions on the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right, Mark,
Second.
one second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, good, okay. Approved claim docket.
Mr. Mayor, I've still got one question
Okay.
on page 3.
All right, John,
Down towards the bottom under 127697, the street lights. Those lights have not been on those poles on 28 since October 2022, not 23, but for 16 months.
You're
We're
right.
still paying the bill on them.
you're exactly right. John, what day was that those energy guys came in? I spent 2 hours with them. And I took them out there.
It's been a month or so, maybe?
Yeah, and I took him, I think the Second Avenue's got a bunch of them. And, I guess the only thing I know to do is call the Public Service
Well,
Commission.
that's what you was gonna do at the.
Well, let me tell you what's happened.
Last
The
month.
guy got beat, the one that's been there, we got a new guy down there, we're in the Southern District. And so so answering your question is, he didn't start work till today. So I'll call, and look, y'all may know, Dane Maxwell was the guy, I don't know who won it this time, y'all know, I think he's from Pascagoula, I'm not for sure. But today was his first day on the job, and I'll call him tomorrow. Anything else, Sean? No, okay, we need approved claim document.
So we're gonna get a refund?
I'm asking, I sure will.
Because that's a lot of money
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of money, yeah.
for nothing.
Oh, I know it. Well, hey, in Luana, we've got several out too.
Right.
Yeah,
There's no lights on the poles. When I changed the poles out in October 22,
I know it.
they didn't put any lights back up on them.
You're right. And
Do we have an Entergy contact?
I'm gone, I'm on my number 6 now. They've been through that meeting. Yeah, I'm on number 6 and like I said, I finally had 2 to come here and we rode around one morning and looked at all of them. But I'll call the Public Service Commission tomorrow, I'll look up who the new one is. Okay. Anything else? Are any more questions? We need a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
All right, Mark.
the docket.
Second.
So second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion, all right. Public Works, Tim.
That really ain't got a whole lot. We just, I got a big list we trying to work on, but something comes up every day, but we're eventually gonna get to everything. We still got the street closed down there on First behind the interview. Worked on that today, but it's just too mushy, too wet to put them covers down right now, so. As soon as I get a dry spell, we'll get them down and get that open back up.
And we talked this morning, you only got 2 trustees, so we get 4 trustees.
Yeah, I got some out with a flu, and two inmates short, so I gotta use my other two guys on the back of a truck, so I only got 3 out here working.
That's right. That's right.
But we do what we can do.
You are. All right, we got 2 applications. What we're gonna do is a little something different. We're gonna let them come and present themselves. We're not asking any questions. They just need to tell the board who they are, where they're from, and stuff like that. Just call their names out.
Mr. Barry?
Come on up to the podium. Just talk to the board like normal. Talk to them.
Hey everyone, I'm Kirsten Beer, and I'm right outside. I stay right outside Magee, about 9 minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Kurt. Who's the next team?
Come on up and just introduce yourself to them. They got your application for them.
How you guys doing? Hey, man. My name is Connor Wilson. I live over off of 7th Street. I'm actually from Colorado. I came down here with my brother and looking to work with you guys.
So this cold weather's not gonna bother you, is it?
Oh, no, not at all. 13 degrees out there. This ain't nothing.
Okay.
Wilson?
Thank you. All right,
That's it. Maybe.
All right. Y'all any questions for Tim? All right, police department, Shane.
Yes, Warren, I've got a request to move 2 officers. Officer Hill and Officer Killebrew graduated the full-time academy a couple of weeks ago. And as such, I'm requesting to move them to Patrolman 1 status, to Patrolman 1 pay. Now they have been full-time certified. That's the vote I'm coming to you tonight for. And that's it on votes.
I make the motion.
Second. All right, Mark motion, Sammy second, all in favor? Okay.
Other than that, board, I really have no update. I know we had a little excitement Friday that y'all got some information on, and some of the public got information on. I want to express a couple of things real quick and short on that. Tell your constituents if they ever reach out to you. I'm going to tell them, I tell them constantly. You want an update, you want to know what's going on, if it's not on the Magee Police Department Facebook page, don't listen to it. I got calls Friday that there was people shot and there was this, that, and other. There could be nothing further from the truth. This was something that happens almost on a weekly basis throughout the county, the city, and everywhere else. It just happened during the daylight hours this time. At no time is there a public threat that I will not post it on the Magee Police Department Facebook page or reach out to have it blasted out in some way, shape, or form. We did not feel such at the time, and there's a reason we didn't do it. I tell you all information, put it out there to you in case anybody contacts you. My ladies at dispatch have the same information y'all have in case anybody contacts them. But if it ain't on my Facebook page or you didn't hear it out of my mouth, it ain't true. And I want y'all to really push that to the people.
Well, Shane, I appreciate what you do, but I would, the people are wanting to know, it should have been more than on your page. And I know you don't have control over that. It should have been on the cities.
Yes, well, at the end of the day, me and Kenny have discussed something a while back about that, it's called My Police app. And we've looked and worked with a couple of different companies and things like that. Something we're looking at is something the city can afford to put out there that people can download, that everything, when we get away from that text message and blast, it'll actually have, hey, there's a 4-car pile up here, there's this going on here. Well, we can put that out at a simple access, boom, and everybody who has that app gets it. That way you guarantee they get it instead of having to go look for it as well.
The elderly don't have that access
We
to
need-
all of that.
But they could. However, even if they didn't, how you gonna fix that? They're gonna get it in the newspaper, right?
That's a week later.
That's what we're doing. So, and I can't affect what people can't find.
But, I know Southern Pine, they have if they got weather inspecting weather, they shoot you
Yeah, which,
Okay.
like I said, that's the same thing with the app that we discussed.
And all, and I know some of the other police departments and sheriff's departments in other parts of the state, they do that to,
Oh, yes.
you know.
I don't have access to our blast, for the city. But like I said, with this app that we've discussed and stuff like that, we've tried to go through it through a different channel, let somebody else try to come up with something, but this may be something that the city may be interested in.
Why don't you have access to it? The blast?
Who has access to the blast?
I thought
Yeah,
you
I'm saying,
said.
who has access to it?
Well, I know it.
Who do you contact the blast?
The ones I've seen a lot of times have come through the Sportsplex people.
Yeah.
But then when it comes, I don't know.
But
who's
but it's a
sending
Sportsplex blast, and that's what it was originally based
Well,
off
but-
of. It doesn't do it's a tool to fix a patch of a problem, as opposed to creating the solution. That's something we've had, that Jimmy had for the sports complex and things such as that. The city's just kind of adapted to kind of use it for some stuff. You know how many people don't have that information, don't have that, their number on that blast?
I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted to finish in here. Out of all the people that we have set up on that, it's only like 700
Yeah.
phone numbers that we have.
Yeah.
Now, we have personally put in, out of them phone numbers, about 150, 160, and that's just coaches that don't even live in Magee, that live off, so they know if we get rains out and stuff, so them numbers even included. I would dare say we're below 600 of people in the city that actually use this form that he's talking about. We use it more as a sportsplex. Now, if you call me and tell me, and Danny puts it on there like that, or if the mayor says, look, we're not gonna do garbage, we'd like for you to put it on there, we do that. But it's an expected, in the future that we're seeing this coming. We've never had something come through and say, a tornado's hit and somebody's called us and say, because everybody's working on the problem at hand at that time. So it's never been like a on-the-minute response. It's just like we were talking about, like Mr. Sam was even talking about, like when Southern Pines expecting something, they'll send that something out. Well, they're expecting it in the future. That's how we do it. Even when we're getting rain and thunderstorms, we try to send it out 2 to 3, 4 hours. But that's as close as we can get it when we have to send it out, so we don't even get people. So I know how hard it is to, like, on the minute, be able to get that information out, because we are essentially the ones that do it. Daniel usually programs it and everything. Once we're called, we put it in there, but it's always been to where Daniel did it. So unless we train other people to do this, and can get that information out. But it's a process of going through this thing, and Daniel's had to learn it, and he would be a good one to teach if we ever decide to do that and give more people the opportunity.
But I've got a solution to it.
James,
I can present to y'all at the board, at the workshop too, for y'all to approve.
I weren't expecting you to put that out there at the end, because Friday you had your hands full.
Yes, sir.
But somebody in City Hall needs to put it out there.
We need a plan in place.
Well, like I said, let
Somebody else train.
me get you this Thursday and let y'all look at it. I believe you'll be highly impressed and be something that you'll be on board with. It's actually designed around police departments, however, they do have a municipal side to it, to where each side, and you go to the app and there it is, and you've got fire department, city works, police department, and each person can click on that. We can update it with stuff that most wanted, be on the lookout for us, things such as that. Water's gonna be shut down here, this, that, and the other. Stuff that y'all can update this, it automatically just tones out to anybody who's downloaded that app.
Who's
That
gonna
way
work
you,
that?
huh?
Who's gonna work that?
Actually, each department can work their own. It's the city, it's the city app, but each department can work their own
So
part.
somebody would be assigned.
You'll let us know about that Thursday?
Yes, sir, I'll bring you all the paperwork.
Thank you,
Check it out.
because public really won't,
I understand.
they
public-
mail people.
I understand public
Or
wants to
some
know.
scared people, some scared people.
Yeah, I understand people want to know,
So we're
but,
upset.
but you know, I got calls, like I said, that there were shots fired and 3 people injured and all this good stuff, and it could be nothing further from the truth. Quite honestly, it's something that pretty much happens almost every week here. It just happens during the daytime. We talk to people, we inform them. There's certain things we can't discuss at certain times. However, if there is a true public threat, a true risk to public safety, tell your people. It will be on our Facebook page if there is such. And if you don't see it, don't worry about it. If you hear it from somebody and it ain't Shane Little, you didn't hear it. Okay? I appreciate you.
I
Thank you
think
so much.
at the end of the day, I just want to say this, at the end of the day, there's too much technology out there.
Yes.
I'm not pointing fingers at anybody,
Oh, yes, sir.
because I'm on the board, but we gotta come up with a better way of getting the communication out.
Yes.
I don't care.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
website's great,
and
Facebook is
again,
great.
I'm with y'all, but there's too much technology out there for people not to know. And you know, that was in my ward.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor that called me, so I wasn't aware of it. So just, again, I'm not pointing fingers, but,
Like I said,
let's all work together.
Facebook's
and
great, but
resolve.
you gotta go there to look at it. The website's great, but you gotta go there to look at it. That app, you don't have to go there. I type it in, hit a button, and if you've got it downloaded, it puts a blast on you, notifies you right then and there. Same thing, water shut down, street shut down, this coming up, that event coming up, whatever. You can blast it to everybody, and it's there in their hand. Immediate access, and with immediate
We
information.
could educate the people as far as putting it on McGee News or McGee Courier,
Yeah.
that, download this app and,
Oh,
you'll be-
actually, I've talked to them, they'll have a sign they'll put in City Hall that has a QR code. You take a picture of it, downloads that. You can send it out with your water, on a business card, on your water bills. Scan it, it downloads that. App's free to the people. It just costs us. And it really, relatively ain't expensive. With the amount of information that you can control and the narrative that you control, it's a great tool. So I'll bring that information to you at the workshop.
Sounds good.
I have IT matters scheduled for Thursday anyway.
Sounds
It was on
good.
there, and I wanted to defend him. We was talking all afternoon, and he told me, Shane said, I can't tell you everything because of the investigation. I said, just let me ask you one thing. Is the neighborhood safe? He said, yes. I said, that's all I want to know. Pretty much how we handle Friday afternoon.
That's the way we have to
Yeah.
sometimes.
Because I had to McGee Curry driving me. Yeah.
Well, like I said, thank y'all. If y'all need anything, have any questions, please get out.
Thank you, Jane.
All right, zoning.
Let me just follow up with a little bit of what Shane was talking about. So the app that he was talking about, there are lots of them out there. It's really good. And so when he said each department could do their own, control their own narrative and their own story, that's the way that works. So it would be somebody within the fire department, which they already have somebody who handles most of that stuff. And then the police department, they have somebody. And then here at City Hall, we have that. It would also help us if we could get more than one person with access to our Facebook page here, so other stuff could be updated. That's something that maybe y'all want to talk about amongst yourselves, but it's a really great app. It is easy to do. The QR code is easy. It would not cost us any extra money to put it on the water bills, to post it here. It really would be pretty easy. And then the training programs, like not programs, but the senior citizen lunches that they have, they can do that as one of their workshops at different places and times. It's really a lot easier. It's just about how much you want to pay for it. But, Shane has some really great ideas of some that are made just for law enforcement, and we looked at that one. There are lots of them out there, so we'll bring that information to you. I'm very happy to get that because it is very, very effective. And also I'll call around and talk to the other departments, not departments, but like departments and cities around us to see which ones they use, because it's like you're saying, they've been using it. Another one is that FEMA has certain apps that they like to use. So we are, Charlie and I are, Karen, Shane, and Buck, we're all trying to get our emergency management team back kind of operating more smoothly. And so FEMA has a bunch of grants and access to apps that we might just go ahead and be able to get, so there's a lot out there. Okay, so I'm happy to facilitate that because it's a wonderful idea. Also, following up with Shane, I don't know, I'm sure y'all heard this, but I had not heard it because he doesn't toot his own horn that much, but he and the police officers did a fantastic job of making a Christmas special for a bunch of kids here. I mean, people were telling me how awesome it was and how much it meant to the kids. And that was awesome. It was a very good representation of our city. Very, very good. Lots of people do lots of things that are unsung, and they don't do it because they want to be sung, but that's who we have here. We have people who do things all the time. Somebody that Mr. Mark Grubbsnose did a great deal of, he gave us a great deal of help for the animal pound, and that was very much appreciated, very much appreciated. Okay, let me segue with that to the animal pound. So Benny has been, I kind of told you, I was hopeful when I said he'd be finished by Christmas, but he wasn't, he's not, because, you know, life intervened, and he had a bunch of calls, and he also got pneumonia, and things happened, right? So he's not finished with the NACA, but he is, I have a transcript for you if you want it, from ASPCA. So he has one certificate from there and a transcript of courses that he's finished. But NACA's not finished yet, but he's still working on it. So that's still happening. And then from a zoning standpoint, we'll talk more about this on Thursday if you want, but I sent before Christmas a series of letters to the apartment complexes because we're having this ongoing problem with garbage and trash. Most of them have received those certified letters, and Stacy called me today, Mr. Jackson from Stacy, and his plan is to get a trailer and to get his stuff cleaned up again. And this is a merry-go-round we're on this week or Tuesday. And then some of the other ones don't have plans to do it. They want the city to come and do it again. So that's not happening. I know it's not happening. It can't happen. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do then is just kind of proceed in a different way, and we'll just go through the court system and handle it that way. We were successful on one cleanup, one ongoing problem through the court system, and it worked finally, but it's just very time intensive. So again, if you have any other ideas for getting those big old piles of mattresses and, you know, washing machines and couches and stuff that always are there, that would be helpful. We have 3 hearings coming up next week. So the mayor was talking about the businesses that we have opening up. We actually have a lot of businesses opening up. We have a lot of people wanting to open up businesses here, expand, buy land here, build, do a lot of great things. So that's going to be next week. Of course, it's a public hearing and it's going to be fun. On the community house update, we have a lot done. Again, thanks to you guys. It's awesome and it's moving fast. So we got the roof done. The HVAC is done. We have the painter scheduled. We have today finally got in touch with the guy for the buckling of the wall in the back. We don't have the windows and the floors can't be done until everything else is finished. Can't do the exterior painting in this weather. It's supposed to get a bunch of rain tomorrow and it's cold. But that's moving along. And then the bathhouse, we got the estimates for that total. It'll be under $5,000. That's for the roof, the siding, and then little repairs that need to be done. The biggest problem that we're having right now is we don't have a key. We haven't found a key. There is a key somewhere. We have 157 keys over there, but I haven't found one that actually works for that door yet, but we're looking for it.
When they had the pantry there, was it Methodist Church?
I think I
That's
talked
what
to some of them people, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Gaylord might have one.
I can get with some of them, they should have.
Yeah, they must.
Some of them.
So then I think, well, Tim hasn't weighed in on this yet, but I know that Tiffany was asking about the storage. She didn't know where we were going to store. She didn't know the stuff about the bathhouse because she was out of town when we were talking about that. And she didn't know how much storage there was anyway. So I think she has a building that the chamber uses to store stuff, the angels and all the Christmas stuff.
That all goes in the barn.
They take it to the barn. Well, it was in the community house this time, like all over creation over there. Maybe it was supposed to be in the barn.
Yeah,
Heck it.
yeah, give it to him on that.
Yeah,
I think it goes.
that's what I was saying. I don't know about that. So if we have enough room, I mean, if Tim has room for it at the barn, that's where it'll go. And I did ask him today about taking that stuff down, and I know that they're short right now, but they're going to get around to doing that. At any rate, we do have some place to store the stuff, and the bathhouse is going to be worked on, I guess, as soon as we can get some of this stuff kind of taken care of. Everybody's real busy right now, which is also a good thing. Okay, and then the last thing I just want to remind you, of course you know this already, but it's a moving on. We're already in 2024, and here we are, January 2nd already. So the bicentennial kickoff is the 27th. So I know that you've marked that on calendars, but it's going to be kind of a big deal. And then just today, the Mississippi Band of Choctaws confirmed that we will have dancers in our parade, and they will be doing the walking dance in our parade. on Choctaw Street. And so that'll be wonderful. So that's already done, and we're so thankful. I'm so thankful for that, because that was about 6 months of calling and emailing and begging and waiting, and we have this festival. We can't talk to you today. We've got another festival. Bye. So we got that done today, so that's really helpful. All right, so for Thursday, I will work with Shane to get that information for you, and then I will have some updates about the garbage situation. Do you have anything for me? Any questions for me?
Let me tell you that, Mark, you may want to check into it. Talking about these apartment complexes, Mendenhall passed the ordinance. They come clean it up and they bill you for it.
That's an option, we
Yeah.
had talked about that, but, I mean, we're fine, Tim said, okay, if that's what we're gonna do, we'll do that, but there's no time, there's no manpower, and they just keep doing it.
They do.
That's the other problem, we did clean that up. The city cleaned all of that stuff up, when we did, that contract with Christopher Fairchild,
Well,
but it's right back.
is that
Next
something
week.
we might want to do, is contract that out to somebody to clean up the apartment?
Well,
We don't even have to pay for
We
it, they
can
don't
put-
have to pay for it.
they all have to pay for it. That's what I'm saying, Mendenhall, that ordinance, they bill which they don't have it to apartment complexes, I don't think.
Yeah, so we have 10, 11 if you count broadheads, but 10, and they don't all cause problems, the one it's considered like a apartment, but it's not an apartment, it's the houses, it's Woodgate. They don't have any problems, they're fine, everything is beautiful over there. Hillside and Azalea are doing better. High Speed is renovating now, so they don't have any problems right now. Colonial is a hot mess, but she did do a lot of work after she was ticketed. She did do a lot of work. There's still piles of stuff though, so people throw their stuff out and they just take it out there by the road and they just pile it up, And right now, well, in the summer it was a burn problem. It was something that was dangerous because everything was hot. But now we got critters, lots of critters. I can't even tell you how many people. My new car is now in the shop because some rats chewed the stuff that made my hybrid system come out of my car. That's me, and then there are 2 others that I know of. So there are lots of, it encourages critters, which is not good, right? And it just looks horrible. So, y'all think about that. We could make that happen. It's not ideal because Tim's busy and he doesn't have enough guys already. But I do think if it's a dangerous precedent. We keep cleaning it up. We cleaned it up, and then here we are. We're back.
I think if we started that, you're gonna clean it up, 2 days later it's gonna be back, and you could bill the owner, the manager, whoever, and then it's gonna be a long process of trying to get money out of it.
Yep, and in the
then
meantime.
we're gonna tie our people
That's
up
right.
cleaning their mess up.
And you're gonna be in court again.
All the time, yeah.
That's my opinion.
That's what I'm gonna actually start doing next week. I'm giving them this week, and I've gotten half of my little, forms back saying that they got the certified mail. But next week, it's just gonna be affidavits because this is enough, it's enough, and it's not going away. It's accumulating, it's not getting better. Each day it's getting worse. So that's what we're doing right now. But again, I am very much open to ideas. Anything that we can do to make this better, I want to do it.
We need to discuss that.
And I'll have some more information for you on Thursday.
Okay.
And Shane still does a good job. I see him, I call Shane, he's, a lot of times he gets cleaned up.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, Parks and Rec, Jimmy.
We're just getting ready for the new season to start and get going. Everything. That's it for this week. If I got anything, let me know.
Yeah, I can question Jimmy. All right, animal control, Benny.
Good evening, how y'all? Starting off, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Mike Gross for the kennel they bought and donated to the dog pound. 12/20 of 23 through 12/29 of 23. There's been one citation written. I've served an ongoing address on 12/20. With and I picked a pit bull up for harassing city workers at that same address the same day. Took a complaint from that same address we're talking about the next day. Served the paper at 602 6th Street Southeast. She surrendered her dog. 1222, I served at 803 Bowling Street. Got to explain that he's letting his German Shepherds out. And they're starting to terrorize the neighbors over on Bowling Street. Going back to what Miss Penny had to say about SA Apartments, if I'm pronouncing that right. I had a call over there about coons. I lifted the lid on that trash dumpster, and y'all seen the coons. All that trash is bringing in wild animals. Saturday night, I had a call. I have my daughter at the emergency room. Lady called 911 over on Colonial. Said she had dogs running in her yard. Got over, didn't make no contact, no dogs. But I made contact with some coons and some skunks though, and a deer. 1229, there's also one pit bull with 2 puppies picked up. Them dogs belong to the East Side Pack. For everybody that lives on the East Side, unless they prove me wrong in the next 30 minutes, the East Side Pack is done with, except that one brown. I'm still working with him, but the rest of them are locked up. Christmas Day, I got called out. They had a shooting involving a dog. Dog come on private property, attacked this guy's puppy. I got pictures of it, and he done what he had to do. Like I said, there's one dog left in the East Side Pack. I should have cleaned up all the attacked dogs over there. I got one loud. I had 4 louds dumped day before Christmas. I got one left. The rest of it is locked up. I was hammering on during the holidays. Even with pneumonia, I was out here. But that's all I got, unless y'all got something for me.
Thank you, Ben. All right, airport matters, Ashley.
Lord, all I have tonight is just, I sent you a report. I was unable to give it to John for y'all's packet. But I went around and I took all the bird nests down at the office and all the wasp nests. So all of those have been removed. And then he didn't get it to me for tonight, so it'll be for next board meeting. But I had 3 runway lights that went out. They're under warranty. But Lewis Electric is getting me a price. They will bring them and put them in, but they will charge us for changing them out. But the lights themselves will be covered under warranty. So that, because they have a 4-year warranty on the LED lights. So, but that's all I have right now. Y'all have anything?
Any questions, Ashley? Any questions? All right, thank you, Ashley. Building Inspector, Carol.
So, I am working on updating our permit application, and we did approve the 2021 International Building Code, or International Code. And as part of that, there is a permit fee update. I have copies of these for you to see. The first page is sort of the recommended permit fee. The second page is what we previously are using. The third page is in neighboring city. So you can see kind of the difference Our previous permit fee schedule is from the 2000 Southern Building Code. And it has not, I'm assuming, has not been updated since then. We're now using the 2021 International Building Code, which the Southern Building Code was absorbed into. So, again, the first page shows you a breakdown of evaluation and what the recommended fees are to charge. The third page is currently what we have, and you can see there's a big discrepancy there. And then I did pull from a neighboring city, kind of what their fee schedules are, just as a reference because obviously we can set what we want to for permits. But I think it's time to make that change. So if that's something that you all feel like we could do, I can go back and, we could go with the recommendation of the 2021 International Code Council, or we can revise it to be something different. Or we can stay the same. But I feel like it's time. 24 years later is...
Yeah, I think we're a little behind, it looks like, for sure.
So, this temporary banners is on.
This was just,
I know, but I do have a question.
Sure.
Temporary banners, is that like the things they post over at Walmart by that intersection when that quartet plays? Because you cannot see around the foliage, much less that sign. It don't need to be.
It would be some sort of vinyl signage that they put up.
But can we stop that? Because you can't see past it. It's hard enough to see
Yes.
around the trees.
According to Penny, yes, we
It's
can.
awful. Thank you.
Okay, what are you recommending? Which codes now you want to go up to?
Well, the recommended schedule is the first page based on the 2021 International Code.
Right.
Same thing.
What is our second now?
Second page.
The second page is currently what we are using.
Currently using.
And as you can see, there is no fee up to $2,500. And a lot of times I get valuations for $2,499.
I think Patrick might be in here.
Well, and that's just kind of why I wanted you to give this to you today.
Yeah, and
We can also, I've looked at several cities that are around us, just to kind of get a comparison of what they've done as well. I can certainly put together kind of an in-between if we want to do something. I just wanted to get your opinion on
I think this is
whether
good.
or not we should.
I think this is good what you've got here.
Yeah.
But I think for now, let's table it till the next board meeting.
Sure.
And we'll, yeah, but this is good information. Really.
Yeah, well,
If you got more seated that you can put in,
I will, yeah. I just figured that's kind of the closest one
yeah.
that we had. So, but I can certainly put together a package of other cities around us and give you a recommendation.
Need to stay current.
24 years later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shane, code enforcement matter.
Board, I don't have much, just to remind you that next board meeting, we'll have a hearing for the property right here on Main Street and also the one on Fifth Avenue, over there on top of the hill over there for them two properties. A big for hearing on for recommended cleanup for them properties. So we hadn't had anything from the owners on the property. So we'll move forward with the hearing next board meeting. That's scheduled. But that's all I've got.
You were talking up here with us before the
Yes,
meeting
sir.
started about the house on 541 up here.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
tell the,
On First. Yes, sir. This, the mayor, me and the mayor's been looking at it a lot over the past year. We've been trying to track down the owner. I just recently found out that the lady had passed away. So it's through the loan process she had on the house, and with the family, it's tied up in the estate right now. So we're really kind of stuck on that property till one or the other finishes their process. So, but that's it's in Mr. Grubbs' ward, so right there across from Hillcrest. So I know it's overgrown and stuff, but right now we're at a point where we're just kind of stuck with it. And but it has been something. And there's actually a couple of people that's wanting to purchase the property so they can revise the house and stuff and clean it up to either rent or sell. So, but there are some guys that are waiting to purchase that as soon as something's found out. So, but right now we can't do nothing with it. On our side, we can't. It's strictly in the family and the loan process that they have the loan through. So, but that's all I've got, board. Unless y'all got something, we'll have the hearing next board meeting. So.
Thank you. All right, Buck, fire department matter.
Board, I really don't have much. I just gonna go over kind of we had 21 calls for the month of December. And actually we probably got a record for the year. We had 294 calls this year. Last year we had 228, so we're up a little over 65 more calls, and every year it's getting bigger and bigger. More and more call volume. So our city is growing. Our responses are growing. We appreciate this, the board support and fire department, police department, everybody's helping us. But as far as with the upcoming year, we're planning on that even going up even more. We're still waiting on the other truck we're having built. We're still waiting on. They're having problems getting the chassis and all. Of course, it's not just us; it's all departments. But we're waiting to hear back from that. That's going to be another big asset for us. But that's really all we have. Unless y'all have anything y'all need to ask, I'll try my best.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Well, I thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. IT matters, Austin, IT matters. All right, that loses until Thursday night. Y'all got anything else? Y'all need anything on the emergency?
Hey, the garbage schedule for Martin Luther King, that's gonna happen before we meet again. So that needs to be put out somewhere.
We'll do it just like we did this week.
But it needs to be
Monday
put
be on Tuesday, and be on Wednesday.
It needs to be put on Facebook and the website.
All right, I would do that. I'll see you got that. And I'll tell the courier guy that. And I'll give it to him.
Something this week will be for Martin Luther King.
Tim's gone.
Like Mondays will be Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday, and Friday, right? Wait, because the next time we're doing this.
I did, I know, they rose. It was cold out there too, and like I said, we only got 2 trustees, we're probably getting 4.
What they said or what?
We love them on the totem pole again. Anything else, all we need all right, the motion needs recess until Thursday, 4:30. Mark's motion, Luana second.